Hello, this is a story named What is Up with Our Name by Michelle and Jesse, an alternative universe of a story named The Name Jar by Yang Suk Choi. Yunhei stood in the doorway of her new and noisy classroom. Aren't you going in? Asked a girl that almost looked just like her. You're the new girl, right? She asked cheerfully. Yunhei nodded, then she walked herself through the door. Here's the new girl, Mr. Cactus announced and greeted Yunhei. Please welcome our newest student, he said to the class. She and her family just arrived from Korea last week. Yunhei smiled broadly and tried to not show her nervousness. Korea? Is that the country near China, sir? Mingsu was wondering, and she's really excited to get to know Yunhei. She stares at her with her big eyes, wishing that Yunhei feels the same to her. That's in fact right, Mr. Cactus said hesitantly.
Yes, that's right. So, my name is Yun Hye. Yun said happily, wanting to tell everyone in the class about Korea. Nee? A girl asked, scrunching up her face. Ooh, nee? Some kids chanted. No, Yun Hye corrected. It's spelled U-N-H-E-I. It's pronounced Yun Hye. Oh, it's you hey, the boy said. Like you, hey. Yun Hye was stunned. She tried to correct the pronunciation of her name, but the words stuck on the tip of her tongue. The embarrassment started to creep to the top of her head, while the noises got louder. Whether they're mockings or just the sound of them trying to pronounce her name, she didn't care anymore. Worried, her eyes started to lose their focus. Yun Hye crumpled the hem of her tea. She bowed to the class, then squeaked softly. Nice to meet you all.
Heavily, Yunhei stepped towards the students, looking for a seat. She didn't even know where to sit, not when she lowered her gaze due to embarrassment to face them. She shouldn't be like this, but she couldn't help it. So Yunhei continued to walk slowly until she felt a hand try to touch her arm. Yunhei looked toward the owner of the hand, a tan-skinned girl. Judging by her physical appearance, Yunhei guessed that she might be from Southeast Asia. The girl smiled, pointing to a chair beside her. You can sit here. It was still empty, the girl said. Yunhei fell silent, barely caught a word if she didn't pay attention to the gesture. Yunhei nodded, softly thanked her, then went to her seat quickly. The class began hours ago, yet Yunhei still felt nervous that she couldn't get the lessons right. Mr. Cactus thought. The class began hours ago, yet Yunhei still felt nervous that she couldn't get the lessons Mr. Cactus taught. She could only stare blankly at the board, nodded to Mr. Cactus' question if they understood or not. Then, suddenly a folded paper landed on her desk. Yunhei looked at the sender, the girl that showed this seat to her.
Curiosity made her open it immediately. It's a short message that said, Hi, Unhei. Is that the right way to spell your name? I wrote it down in hurry when you said it. Sorry if it turns out wrong. Now that we are seatmates, I hope we could be good friends. You can ask me anything you don't know. I will gladly help you. Michelle. Yunhei blinked at the paper. She felt a warm envelope her in sudden. She took a pen, then wrote her reply under the message to this girl named Michelle. Yunhei waited for a new message. She started to feel nervous again, afraid that Michelle might feel offended by her last message. In the process of waiting, Yunhei suddenly heard a whisper calling her name, not as Unhei but Yunhei. She looked at where the whisper came from and found out that it was Michelle, of course. Taken by some time until a new message landed on her desk again. She read it in a flash. I tried to call your name. Is that the right way to pronounce it? Your name is beautiful. Such a shame the kids don't know that. And yep, you're right. I'm specifically from Indonesia. Taken by surprise that you know what Southeast Asia is. Most of them don't know that. About my name, I agree with you. It doesn't sound like an Indonesian name at all. At first, I liked it so much. But now, I don't know how to feel about it. Some people often write it mistakenly and some don't know how to pronounce it. It's frustrating. To the point I want to change it. It shouldn't have to be an English name. Something that represents my homeland is enough. The last sentence got Yoonhye's tongue once again. She didn't know what to reply, although she knew how it feels to be insecure about her name. She stared at the paper too much that she didn't even realize that the bell has rung. It's lunch break already. The students scattered out of the class, but Yoonhye was still in her seat. She's hesitant to join them, but there Michelle came at her again. "Won't you go?" she said. "Huh? Oh, sure, I'll join," Yoonhye replied awkwardly. Michelle chuckled. She took Yoonhye out of the classroom. "This way you will hardly get friends, you know." "Well, I have you as one," Yoonhye said innocently. "And will you be satisfied with only one? Come on, don't be silly now." Yoonhye shrugged. "I don't mind it, it's better than none." They laughed on the way to cafeteria, have a seat, have lunch, and chatter. Starting from Yoonhye's surprise about Michelle, who was able to call her name, right down to the chat about Michelle's name, which made Yoonhye find it difficult to say it too. It didn't take long for them to be close.
School is over and Yoonhye is walking through the hallway. Then Mingxi tapped her shoulder. Eunhye? Mingxi tried to say her name, but she still cannot pronounce it. Yoonhye looked back and laughed. "Hey, you said it good enough. What's your name?" Yoonhye asked her. "Mingxi. My name is Mingxi. I'm from China." Mingxi gives her a handshake. "Nice to meet you." Yoonhye answered with a handshake too. "Nice to meet you too." Yoonhye hesitated to say her name since they do have a different culture. "You can just call me Ming, since it's easier." Mingxi gives her an alternative to call her name. "Alright, Ming," Yoonhye said happily. "We should be friends. I can guarantee my mama will be happy that I found a girl from Asia too. We look alike." Mingxi had been excited since Yoonhye introduced herself and now it's her time. Yoonhye nodded, agreeing with Mingxi.
Yoonhye got home and spent her night with her mom. "How was your first day of school, dear?" Yoonhye's mom asked her. "It was amazing, Mom. I met a girl, she's just like me. She came from China a few days ago. Her name is Mingxi?" Yoonhye's a little worried that she still cannot pronounce Mingxi's name. "And I met a girl too. She's from Indonesia. Her name is Michelle. Oh, I call her Lily. She was super nice and friendly. And oh, she's the one who can pronounce my Korean name well." After she's telling all about her school day with her mother, she gets into her bed to continue her day tomorrow. It had been months since Yoonhye attended school. Yoonhye, Mingxi, and Michelle are already very good friends.
Mingxi then invited Yoonhye and Michelle to a party. "Hey guys, I want to invite you to a party my mama made." Mingxi invites them happily. "My mama knows many Korean people here in America, Yoonhye. You can meet other Koreans too." Mingxi is excited for Yoonhye's reaction. "Whoa, really? It must be so much fun." Yoonhye reacted enthusiastically. Michelle nodded to Yoonhye, saying, "It seems so. When will the party will be held?" Well, it's going to be on Saturday. See you guys at the party. Mingxi is very happy that Michelle and Yinhei would go to her party. At the party, there are surely many Koreans, just like Mingxi said. Yinhei then walks around the party meeting various people, but not only Koreans. She meets a lot of people from different countries too. She sometimes mistaken their names too, just like her friends did. And now Yinhei realized that having a not so American name is normal, and it's normal to be mistaken too.